Well, and to bring on my first review, I'm actually going to be talking about one of my guitars, the one sitting right here. This is a Legator Ninja 350R. The R stands for the reverse style headstock, and talk about just talk about Legator guitars. It's a company. I currently own 3 of their guitars. They're all from the Ninja 300 line. I just hear a lot of negative stuff about Legator, and I find most of it's coming from third parties, as opposed to guys who've actually gone out and played them. Will I say they're perfect? No, no company is perfect. I own Jacksons, I own Fenders, I've owned Gibsons, Ibanez. No one puts out a perfect instrument, Legator included. But for the price point they're at and the quality you get, Legator guitars have been great to me. I've had great customer service when I have had minor problems. But just going to talk about the instrument itself here. Like I said, Ninja 350R. This guitar has a 5-piece maple walnut neck. Neck through body construction, mahogany wings, really gorgeous maple quilt maple top, and a matching headstock on it too that matches the body with the quilt maple and the color combination. Ebony fretboards and Floyd Rose and locking tuners. All for around the price of $1,000. I haven't had any issues since I bought this guitar. The thing is in great shape. Only changes I made to the guitar were I added, right as you can see here, I added a set of aftermarket pickups. They are bare knuckle painkillers. Really, that's the area where I would say Legators may have a few weaknesses. Their stock pickups are very good pickups. They're clear, but they do lean to more of a rock tone, and I'm more of a heavy metal punk kind of guy, so I like a little more output and a little more growl. That's where I went to the bare knuckles. But the stock pickups are very versatile. They can do anything really. I've played everything from jazz to heavy metal with them. They're just not perfect for the tone I wanted. But I still have the set of pickups, and I might actually put them in another build guitar just because of that versatility. The only other work I ever had done to this guitar besides the pickup change out, with the pickups I had a toggle switch put here for a split coil. The only other work I had was a setup done for tuning on a Floyd Rose because, frankly, I was too lazy to do it myself, so pay someone else to do that for drop B setup on this guitar. I have had no issues. It held tuning stability out of the box. I did do an unboxing video. That's probably about 8 months ago now. It's already on YouTube here, so you can see the unboxing and get my first impressions and the first impressions of one of my friends, Zach, who was there with me doing the unboxing. But I've been playing this guitar a lot since then. No tuning stability issues. There were no marks on the guitar. The wood grain is absolutely gorgeous, and overall quality has just been fantastic with it. I have no real complaints. That's just all I can really say specifically about the guitar. For some of the quality control stuff I've heard, like I said, a lot of the problems I hear are coming from third parties and not guys who've actually owned or played Legators. I mean, for the price point, the quality is right up there with the Ibanez and Jackson guitars I've played. I mean, enough to the point where I used to be like a hardcore Jackson type of guy. I mean, I still am. I love my Jacksons. I've got almost every shape actually from Jackson, and a lot of their different styles and a couple artist models. But Legator has kind of become at least one of my go-to companies. One of the questions I do get a lot when I'm asked about Legator is, are they just putting a veneer on top for their tops? For the flame maple and quilt maple, the quilt part is a veneer, but there is actually a full half-inch thick, like the line is right here, actually between the mahogany and the maple on the guitar. So it's a full, at least half-inch thick piece of maple on the top of the guitar, with the rest being mahogany all the way across the guitar. Well, with the exception of the neck through. The neck through access is great. You can get right up into the areas of the guitar. Here, bring it up to the camera. Like, your neck access there is absolutely fantastic to the frets. And I can sort of bring it up here. You can see there the edge between the any scratches on this guitar I've caused. They didn't come like this. I've had the guitar for almost a year now. But you can see the separation and how thick the top is. The guitars come standard with a volume and a tone. Like I said, I had my tone replaced for a coil split. There's the headstock. Ninja plate, truss rod cover, gorgeous ebony fretboard. I really love the inlays that Legator does. It's, whether it's these or the offset dots they do. There's the bare knuckles I put in. I just figured that looked really hot with the guitar. And a Floyd Rose. Never had any tuning stability problems. There's the back of the guitar, as you can see, 5-piece neck through. Unfinished neck, except for that last little part of the heel there, and you really can't even feel that finish notch. There's the back of the headstock with the locking tuners. The guitars are made in Korea. They have US and Chinese production as well. All three of my Legators are Korean made. Another question I get asked a lot with these is, what is the neck like? That's an area that really draws me to a guitar is the feel of a neck. My first two Legators were both 7 strings. I have small hands, so 7 and 8 string guitars have always been hard for me to play. This one here is just a standard 6 string. But that was what drew me to the neck. The neck wasn't it wasn't too wide and it wasn't too fat. But it wasn't too flat either. Like, it wasn't flat like an Ibanez neck. I still like a rounded neck edge. My honest cross for the neck shapes with these is it almost like is a Jackson, like it's got sort of that Jackson compounded flatness feel, but with a nice sort of fenderized roundness to the neck, like almost a telly roundness mixed with a Jackson compound feel. The fret jobs, I didn't have to do any work on these frets at all. They didn't have to be shaved down when I got the guitar. Can't feel them. The neck didn't shrink a lot in shipping or from factory, and like I said, no real problems with the guitar. The only changes I really made from factory were the pickups, and that was just sort of a personal decision of really wanting to try this set of bare knuckles, the Painkillers, which are fantastic, especially if you really like old school metal. They got that really heavy mid-end hit to them, but I mean, heck, these pickups can do anything from that old school sound. I mean, but if you put them through the right amplifier, you can go all the way to death with these. I'll do a separate review though on those. But yeah, stock. Otherwise, totally stock guitar, 3-way switch. Same volume pot the guitar came with. Didn't really change out any of the electronics besides the pickups, and it's using all stock gear, all stock parts. Just a heavy gauge of strings, new pickups. The guitar has been fantastic to me, and if you get a chance to check them out, I would recommend it. Legator builds a beautiful guitar, and I I really want to see the brand grow personally. I'm not endorsed. I am not endorsed by them at all. I just find that a lot of the like I said, misinformation from third parties rather than first-hand experience. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. That's really all I have for you right now. If you have anything you want me to tell you about the guitar, or any pointers for me to improve the way I'm sort of doing these reviews, that's great. Thanks.